Hello friends, as part of setting up Oracle VMs using Oracle, as part of setting up virtual machines using Oracle VM technology, we are in the process of setting up Oracle VM server on the second host, ILVM SRv2, and see how it can be added to the existing server pool in Oracle VM Manager. So far we have seen uh, the architecture and ILOM, and we have seen how to launch the console. So as we are setting up a new host, we need to set up software on the bare metal or a new host. On that host, we have to set up some software so that we can actually set up virtual machines on that. That is called as Oracle VM Server, and I have explained a little bit previously as part of the architecture video. Today we will see hands-on how it works. Okay, so before getting into this, as we already have Oracle VM server running on one of the hosts, and also Oracle VM Manager, they are set up with a version of software, and even the new host we have to match with that. So the software which I have used is, one minute, let me just give me a minute. Okay, zoom it. Okay, so so we uh, we already have ILVM SRv1 running with Oracle VM software 3.2.8. We also have uh, Oracle Manager. So we need to match. So we need to download a appropriate version uh, which is compatible with this. So we have to download the Oracle VM 3.2.8 software. For that, what you have to do is you have to go to Google, and you have to type Oracle eDelivery VM server download. Okay, and it will take you to eDelivery link where you have the software, and you have to accept couple of agreements, and then click on continue. Okay, I have to change the use. So I'm accepting the agreements again. Hit continue. And then I have to click on the okay, let me start again. So now we have Oracle VM, and we have to choose 64-bit because our servers are all 64-bit servers. Click on go, and as I mentioned to you, the existing servers are on Oracle VM 3.2.8, so I have to use that one only. And then I have to download uh, the the first one. The second one is source, and the third one is related to VM Manager, and fourth one is for upgrade. We are not interested in those at this time. As we have to set up Oracle VM server, we have to choose this one. So click on it, and it will download. Once you select save file and click on OK, it will download it. I have already downloaded it, so I'm not interested in downloading it again. And once you download, you can go to downloads, and the file name looks like this, v44746 -01. And now we will use this is nothing but ISO image. ISO image can be mounted as a DVD, and you can actually set up your you can actually boot your host using this ISO image, and you can take the necessary actions. So as the software is already downloaded, next we will see how to point this with the console. So I am going to the ILOM manager again. As of now, host is turned off, so I need to turn it on. I am turning it on. Click on save. So the host will come up, and immediately you have to click on redirection. Go to the redirection. I have explained about this interface in my previous video, so you can go to that video and check details about ILOM in detail. And also I have explained how what JDK version you need to be installed to launch the remote console. So in this case, you have to click on remote console so that you can control the host remotely, and click on OK. And now you have the ILOM. Sorry, you have started the console. And then we have to zoom in a little bit, and um, I have to attach a CD-ROM image so that I can boot using that. So it's in the downloads. So go to downloads, and I'm attaching this ISO image. So now I can use it as CD-ROM image to boot my device. And to boot it, you have to type F8. I think I'm a little bit late, so for that reason what I'm doing is I am sending Control Alt Delete. Control Alt Delete will actually restart the box. So you can click on Control Alt Delete, and it will restart the host. And then we have to hit F8, the functional key F8, to boot using the CD-ROM. So it will take a while to get in there. Let's see. Okay, so Control Alt Delete is under keyboard. So if you want to restart your host, you can use this one. Select the Control Alt Delete, and it will restart. And the way you mount the device is by clicking on the devices, select CD-ROM, and then select the location of your CD-ROM image. If you want to redirect the CD, then under the devices you have CD-ROM also. You have CD-ROM and CD-ROM image. So in my case, I am using CD-ROM image. I don't know where should I actually hit the F8 key, so I keep on hitting it. Let's see. Come on. It will just take a moment. So if you do not hit F8 key, then it will if there is already previously installed software, it will get into that directly, or it might error out. So to boot it from CD, you have to keep F8, keep hitting F8. Now booting from CD is automatically selected. So you just have to hit enter, and here you just have to hit enter, and now it is actually setting up the Oracle VM server software on the host, and we are installing Oracle VM server on the bare metal. So it will take a while to go to the next window. So let me pause it. So we are in the next screen, and you have to hit skip. Be careful, there will be latency because you are trying to control the remote host using CD image or CD-ROM on your host. So there will be lag between the time you press the key and the action it takes. So you have to be very careful. So make sure you pause and make sure it is on right button and hit enter. I want to skip that media test, so I am hitting enter. So it will take time to go to the next screen, so I am pausing again. So now it is asking for the language. I am selecting the US, click OK, and then it is asking for some license agreement. You can accept. So there is already software on this. I just want to reinstall. If you don't have the software, you might not see this window. So hit OK, and it is formatting the hard disk. So as I don't want as I'm reinstalling everything, I have to remove all partitions. So I'm selecting OK for that also. And you have chosen to remove all partitions. Are you sure you want to do this? Yes. Review and modify partition layout. Yes. And yeah, I'm okay with this partition layout for now. So I'm just going and hitting OK. And I want to allow boot from a multipath device. A multipath device uh, will come into picture to access the remote storage. So I'm not 100% sure about that, and I'm not getting into details, but if you have network storage, you can actually check this button to allow boot from a multipath device. Click OK, and here it is asking to set up it is showing all the network interfaces. I have 5 network interfaces for my host, so I don't want to do anything. I don't want to add to VLAN at this time, so I'm just hitting OK, and now it is asking for the IP address. So I want to configure manual IP address, and I am pausing it because so next it is asking for gateway and primary DNS. Again I am pausing it. You need to understand these things, and you have to configure them properly. So next one is to give the readable name. So let me give the name. Click OK, and I want to change the time zone to central. So I am taking it to Chicago. And then hit OK, and then it is asking for the password. Actually here it is asking for Oracle VM agent password, so OVS agent password. So you have to remember this password whatever you are entering here, because when you actually add the server to the when you want to add the server to the Oracle VM manager before setting up VMs, you have to pass this password, otherwise it will not work. So hit OK. Now it is asking for the root username and password. So now I have entered usernames and passwords. Hit OK. now it is actually transferring the ISO image to the host, and then it will start setting up the host. It will take a while before the ISO image is copied. So now the software is being installed. So ISO image is copied to the remote host, and now it is actually setting up, starting the install process, and it will take quite a bit of time. Okay, once you start seeing the progress, then I will pause it. Just a moment. So now it have started copying the software. So it has around 243 packages, and it will take around 11 minutes to complete. And so I'm going to pause it now, and I will try to come back in 10 to 12 minutes, and we will see where we are. So it is installing the last major component, one which is of size 100 MB, and 2 more minutes remaining. So I will come back once it is done. So we are almost done. The last major components also 100% done, and 12 seconds to go, and then we will go to the next step. Come on, why you are taking so much of time? Mr. Open vSwitch. So less than 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds, 3 seconds, and we are done. So we are done with the setup, and now we can reboot the machine. Before rebooting it, make sure you remove the CD-ROM image, click on yes, and then you can reboot. Okay, so that's it, and we have already set up Oracle VM server in the second host. The next step is we have to do some prerequisites before before the storage is we have to do some prerequisites before we can add this new server into the Oracle VM Manager, which we have seen earlier. I hope you are enjoying the series so far, and catch you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.